Welcome. I now call this first opening session to order. Please stand for the national anthem. Ready? All right. Welcome, everyone, to the largest youth and government assembly in the nation, a place where high school students can freely exchange ideas and debate mock legislation that might one day become a law. This might be your first time, or it might be your seventh. Regardless, I'd like to encourage all of you to step out of your comfort zones this weekend. Participate, don't anticipate. Live in the moment. How many times have you heard that from the wise staff and dismissed it as cheesy, campy advice? If you're anything like me, probably a lot of times. But I'm going to take it in a bit of a different direction and encourage you to think about it like this. When we anticipate, we worry about what other people will think, about how other people will react, about how hard the next step will be, about what could go wrong. That worrying occupies valuable brain space, replacing your focus on what needs to be done and interfering with your ability to enjoy yourself. But you are only going to be here at this conference with this group of people for about 48 hours. We have a lot of work to do, and there's no time to waste. Because, as much as I hate to admit it, Kentucky is far from perfect. Kentucky Department of Education regulation currently prohibits students from participating as full members on school councils, councils that make decisions that directly impact our education and future. The 4-year graduation rate for institutions of higher education in Kentucky hovers around 30%. About a third of released Kentucky prisoners are rearrested. And we waste thousands and thousands of dollars each year, incarcerating individuals with serious mental illnesses, people who need therapy and not jail time. As we play ideological tug-of-war, we cannot forget that these problems are not Republicans' problems or Democrats' problems. They're our problems. We can play the blame game all we want, but arguing over who caused what or whose solution is better will never help us solve them. Even worse, these problems are not society's problems. Now we're going to take a little poll, and please participate or I'm going to look really dumb. I'd like you to raise your hand if you've ever said X, Y, or Z is what's wrong with society. All right, thank you. Thank you to those of you who are honest, because I know we do this a lot. We hear about some awful issue and blame it on society's corruption. Society tells women blank. Society doesn't respect blank. Society tells young people blank. Society blames blank. But here's where you and I are missing the point. Who is society? Society doesn't exist. Society, this hypothetical being that oppresses individuals and disrespects natural rights, is not real. That's because society is you, and you, and you, and me. We are society. So I challenge you, next time you catch yourself saying, "That's what's wrong with society," or "Society treats X as second-class citizens," stop. Instead, say, "This is what we could do better, and I need to be more aware of how I treat X." Even if you think you are the most socially responsible, politically active advocate for X cause. Because society is nothing more than the collective subconscious. And the way we change society is by changing ourselves, by attuning ourselves to our hidden faults, mistakes, and prejudices. It won't feel as good as it does to make outrageous claims. It might not feel good at all, but it does a whole lot more good. KYA, you can start changing the world right now at this conference by starting with yourself. Keep your mind open and focus on the task at hand. Don't bother worrying about what your fellow delegates think when you stand up at the podium and share your opinion. Don't worry about the con speech that might be coming for you. Don't worry about what might happen if you mix up your words. 20 years from now, none of that will matter. But if you allow yourself to participate, you will make memories and friends and changes that are guaranteed to last. Amelia Caldwell, her middle name is Davis, I always think it's her last name, will now give the opening devotion.
Okay, so like she said, my name is Amelia Caldwell, so if we can all just bow our heads and pray real quick. Dear Lord, I thank you for bringing us all here for the next few days. There are many brilliant minds in the room today, and I know that we still have a lot to learn. I ask that you let every single person here be enriched through the debating of bills. I hope that we can learn something about ourselves, our community, and our Commonwealth. I pray that one day the people in this room will be game changers. We have the opportunity and the accessibility that no other generation before us has had. We have been given all the tools, now it's up to us to make a difference. So thank you for letting us congregate. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. So as I mentioned in my opening address, I am very excited to be serving as governor at this KYA. I'm especially honored to be working alongside an incredible group of fellow officers. Together, we look forward to serving you, and we encourage you to introduce yourself, ask questions, and let us know how we can help. I know that we are all excited to meet you. And so, without further delay, your supporting officers. Officers, please stand to be recognized. Let's give each set of officers 5 big claps as they are recognized. Justices of the Supreme Court: Perry Farrar, Harper Anderson, Max Smith, Shelby Surratt, Andy Doyen, and Meredith May. Committee chairs: Stephen Meyer, Dustin Summers, Elizabeth Guthrie, Anna McAvoy, Chris Heinrich, Kyle Seiler, Magda Mahari, Aaron Bunch, Hunter Halloran, Anna Deeren, Ryan Bruns, Camden McCoyak, and Ella Watson. House Clerk Kayla Stephens, and Senate Clerk Patrick McDowell. And Chief of Staff Casey Whitehead. And your presiding officers. Attorney General Philip Freeman. Speaker of the House Peyton Byrne. President of the Senate Andrew Reedy. Secretary of State Sidney Bright. Secretary of the Cabinet Heidi Schwartz. Chief Justice Jamie Smith. Media Editor-in-Chief Olivia Ball. Photo Editor Helena Williams. Lieutenant Governor Nathan Terrell. And Premier Speaker of the House Evan Smithers. And now I'd like to invite up Secretary of State Sidney Bright to introduce your candidates for presiding officer, who will have a chance to give their speeches later this evening.